Oh, and welcome to the Pastimes. It's a podcast. We're finally doing it. This is the 6th episode. Listen, you know what we do here. Each week we go through a newspaper from a random date in history picked out by none other than the great, and I mean great, Dave Anthony. I, Gareth Reynolds, have never seen it, and neither has this week's guests. I think this is a first. Or no, Auntie Donna, maybe, Dave? Who gives a shit? Matt Farah and Zach Clapman. Don't jump in. I'm in the middle of the intro. Hi, guys. Now you can talk, Dave.
I don't think we've ever done it on
never Zoom
online. We've done it live with more than yeah.
But you guys are from the Smoking Tire, which Dave and I have both been on. You are car men.
You've been on separately. We need to get you on together. First off, we need to let's establish that. And we also made Benihana at my house, which was a glorious event.
Going to say, Matt texted me the day after the Benihana episode. It was like, I'm a certified Benihana chef. So we have a video of this experience that we will share with people. But let's just say, I mean, that was such a fucking fun night.
That was.
It was so fun.
And it was so good, too.
It was so good.
It was really good.
It was the whole thing was, it was like kind of in my head. It was like, I didn't even realize what it meant. And then when I got there, I was like, this is so silly. And then when I was eating, I was like, this is actually the greatest. It was quite a roller coaster.
The whole thing could be a lucid dream for sure.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah. The great line from Clerks, like, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking customers. Like, this food would be great if it wasn't for the entire restaurant that surrounds what's going in your mouth.
Honestly, it was quite an evening and quite an event. But that was so fun. You guys have a very successful, you have an empire. You guys aren't jumping in and saying you have an empire. You have an empire.
We have a small empire. We're trying to grow it for some things.
Are you trying to throw us in like an early capitalism hole? Is this what a position?
Yeah, this is a gotcha.
We've been doing podcasting for 13 years this year. We did our 1,000th episode of the podcast.
Wow.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Soon we'll be annexing other podcasts. Force it if necessary. Starting with Georgia.
Keep your hands off of us. Who was your guest for the 1,000th?
Oh, man.
It was an 8-hour live podcasting extravaganza with like 17 guests.
Wow.
And actually Jay Leno did stop by as a surprise. And that was like pretty cool. Like, just like rolled up in the studio. And Jay is such the king of the universe. He literally walked into the studio eating a sandwich.
Sure.
And didn't stop eating.
I'll take you there real quick. Hey, what's going on with your pocket? Oh, man, I'm having a big hoagie right now. I hope everyone doesn't mind I have a hoagie right now.
He literally walked in and he said, "What are you guys doing today?" And he didn't know it was the 1,000th show. A friend of his that was on the show texted him and said, "Hey, we're doing the Smoking Tire today. It's kind of a thing." But Jay walks in holding a sandwich and says exactly what you said. We're like, "Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Why are you guys talking in the microphone? Did that other kid communicate now to you? Do you guys making content? Does anyone want a piece of hoagie?"
There's a couple minutes of that show where I debate him over whether or not a watch's angle would tilt over. It's like a real senior moment he kind of has that he does. Anyway, it's worth a listen. I don't want to like spend too much time throwing a legend under the bus for something silly he did.
That is something Dave will do online for you after this episode. Well,
I have to say the problem with this is going to be that we're such fans of both the Dollop and the Pastimes. There might be moments where I forget I'm in the show.
Gareth does that a lot, actually.
Yeah. There's a couple. One time I went to the bathroom when we were doing it because I was like, "Oh my god!" I forget.
You're just adding sound effects. You know, he was talking about the Niagara Falls opening, and you're like, I got this.
It really is. It's that easy. Most of my life is podcasting now, so it is just very simple to just add.
And the fourth wall's been so broken. This morning I was listening to the episode about the talking dog, and I was like, did Gareth just say catio? And I had to rewind it.
Oh, yes.
I'm in the show. Shit.
Well, Matt, then we'll get into it, but Matt could have called his deck the Matio, but instead he built a haven for his cats, and he calls it the Catio, and fuck me. You really put my cat game to shame with what you've done over there.
Oh, the catio is
the
it's
whole
a real
place, but
commitment.
he has a Demolition Man bathroom from the movie. It's just shocking.
He
what
has
he's got going on.
he has little cat tunnel things all over his house.
Yes,
there's cat tunnels everywhere.
Cat tunnels.
Yeah.
They can go from room to room.
We'll probably get visited by
He
somebody.
calls it the Hyperloop, and it's just as technologically advanced.
It's all the money from California. That's what
Unlike
it's
the
turned
other
into.
one, it's real.
It actually works better. All right, guys. Well, look, you know the deal here. We're going to, maybe you don't, but we're going to guess the year of this paper. Now, I will say this is interesting because Dave always makes it so the guest is right when it's just me and the guest guessing. But since you're both on,
that doesn't happen.
Quiet. Since you're both on, I have a feeling this might be difficult. But you guys could take a guess at what year this paper will be from. Why don't we, Matt? We start with you, Zach. You go, and then I'll go. You know the deal.
How about June 1910?
Wow, you're going month and year. You don't have to go month. You can just go year. But that's
I'm calling my shot.
calling a shot. Okay, Zach?
I'm going to go 1905.
These are both very good guesses. Very good guesses. They're right in the zone. And you know, we're like Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews. You just get 1 year, and that's it.
What the fuck just happened?
Dave, I mean, I'm not going to ask you to be quiet again. You're not. This is not your time. Is not yet. I'm going to guess 1899.
You're wrong.
Who are you
The
talking
other two
to?
gentlemen are much closer.
Gareth,
It is May.
you're not good at this game.
I'm very
he's
good
not.
at it. I've guessed the exact year 2 or 3 times.
No, you haven't. It is May 4th, 1911.
Ooh, wow, Matt.
Price is
And
right.
by the way, just under a year off.
Also, my favorite handgun manufactured by Beretta. In case we're bringing that up.
I mean, that's
The Beretta
we go around and
1911.
everyone talk
Zach
about their
knows
favorite
about guns. He doesn't know a
What's your favorite
1911
handgun?
drop.
What's your favorite
Browning made the
handgun
1911.
manufacturer year? Go ahead, Zach.
Browning made the 1911, huh? Bombing already. Okay, let's go.
Wow, here we go. That's tough. And that's why you listen
It
to
is
Smoking Tire.
It's the Putnam County Herald from Cookeville, Tennessee, which is somewhere in Tennessee. Who gives a shit where? It's all the same.
Dave, you just did this to Maine on
Whoa.
another episode. Stop doing this.
It's bright. There's some states that are all the same.
Most states, but they
No.
were
disagree
more
with
different
that.
back then. Now every state is more similar. Now every state is just a Target, a Home Depot, a Starbucks.
true.
I'm just talking about the geography. I'm talking
There were
about
some
the
states in
topography.
1911 that were barely states. It was like dirt with one sign. Like that was
Yeah.
California, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookeville is halfway between Nashville and Knoxville, if anyone cares. Right
It's
on
like-
I-40.
It's the chode.
It's one of those places that they're like, we have caves. It's one of those places in Tennessee.
Okay.
Yes,
Some of
we
those
know
caves
you
are
have
good. That's those
caves.
good
We
caves.
know you have caves, Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh, look, Cave Park. Yeah, you're right.
So their most beautiful view is actually underground, not outside. They're like,
Yes.
our greatest vista, actually don't go outside.
You're
Come
gonna
back
love
inside.
the view. Yes.
There's
It's like
a lot
mass
of private
cat tunnels.
There's
Right.
a lot of little private caves there. A lot of private cave. You'll be driving down the road and be like, come see my private cave. And that's
Diddy had one. What?
A large number of women have bank accounts with us and
How dare they?
Lehman Sisters.
Is this like an ad on the top of the front
it's
page?
just
or
a
is this
little
real
blurb.
headline?
Yeah, it might be an ad. Yeah, but
Has to be.
it looks like a story.
Imagine
the way
if that
it's,
was
like,
the news
sitting.
headline. Like, holy shit, a bunch of women got bank accounts here.
Women
How?
have money.
But it said with us. Does that means written by a bank, right? Or is there, do we stop you? So there's more.
It's like a little section where people are just writing in stuff. And now that you say that, it looks like they're all writing in like little ads. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A large number of women have bank accounts with us and transact their own business.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a great time.
Really,
it's a great time.
Yeah. Quite a headline.
It would not be wise to open an account for the wife and allow her. Oh, is a question. Would it not be wise to open an account for the wife and allow her to pay all the household expenses by check? All accounts are welcome here, First National Bank.
What is happening?
They're saying this is literally, they're just like, what about letting your lady have some money to fuck around with?
Well,
it's like, why have one household bank account when you could have two?
That's right.
That's what they're saying.
Well, and
But
you're just
I
kind
love
of
that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Zach.
I love that they're not saying like, let's give women independence. It's basically like, men, you don't want to take care of the household chores. Why take care of the accounting side of household chores? Let the lady do that. Let her buy her broom.
Yeah, she's also buying. She's buying like things to service you.
Yeah.
Let her go get your foods.
A man should never touch bleach nor purchase bleach. Let the lady do that.
Yeah.
That's what a woman's for.
Yeah.
Right.
She's like the glove if it were a gender.
But you don't want her around the regular account.
Yeah.
Right.
But do we know the name of this progressive bank?
First National Bank.
Okay.
They're still around.
Stuck around. Yeah.
Yo.
Is it?
4.1 out of 5 on Google. It's still there.
Still there.
Shut the fuck up.
On its 135th year, and boy, does it look like it was open 100 years ago. Yeah.
Oh my
First
God.
National
That's
Bank
so
in Tennessee.
crazy.
I would
There
say
it is,
within
baby.
10 years, women won't be able to have accounts there.
I hope so.
My camera stinks, but just trust me, it looks like a 120-year-old bank building.
That's
That's
there it
so
is.
weird.
Yeah.
They were first.
It's 4.1 out of 5, though.
I'm honestly surprised it's not a Taco Bell at this point.
Don't deposit checks here. They will hold your funds hostage without telling you first. 1 star.
Holy shit. That's not good.
Yeah, that's someone who was like, hey, I want to open a bank account. Here's $5,000 check. And they're like, can I take it out now?
No.
And isn't it great
about
that
now?
it was only 63 years later that women were allowed to apply for credit and loans across the country with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974.
Wow.
Well, that didn't go well, by the way.
Yeah.
We shouldn't allow anybody to have credit.
We'll be taking it back.
A nice present the Herald will give to the first 18 ladies who bring or send in 2 subscriptions at 25 cents each, a 3-year subscription to Parks Floral Magazine, and 10 packages of flower seeds.
What is this? What is happening?
Commissions for selling subscriptions to the newspaper. Is that what that sounds like?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. If you sell 3 subscriptions, we'll send you a bunch of flowers and a subscription to a flower magazine.
The top 2 articles are an ad for a bank and an application to become a newspaper seller for seeds.
For this paper that has great content like ads for banks.
Yeah.
The best
Have you
thing
ever found like a penny, like a penny saver, and just read like classifieds? Has that ever been a
should
show?
do that.
that's a good
actually
idea.
might be good. Yeah.
We
I'll
had
brainstorm some
that
titles.
idea. We had that idea a long time ago, and we're going to do that soon. So don't be like weirded out when you hear us do that on a newer episode. And don't think that we just hadn't thought of that and took your idea, but didn't want to give you credit. So we played this moment off like we'd had that idea for a while. Yeah, we've been talking about doing that. Dave, we should finally do that because we've been talking about doing that for a long time on this show. Yeah. So yeah, we have talked about doing that, and we plan on doing it really soon. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
That was close.
So
I remember you guys mentioning it at dinner, actually. So
Yeah, we call it Penny Hana. Yeah.
We talk about it a lot, actually.
We talk about it so much. Dave's wife is fucking pissed at how much we talk about it.
Yeah, she hates it.
She's just like, shut up.
The penny saver
She's just
again.
like, yeah, we get it. You're going to do a penny saver episode. We go, hey, look, we had this good idea a long time ago, and we're going to do it. So don't be freaked out if it's an episode you hear pretty soon, is what we said.
That's right.
Yeah.
Zach, call the lawyer.
Jesus Christ, Dave, call our lawyer. Get a lawyer. Get a lawyer and call a lawyer.
Maybe there's an ad for the lawyer in the paper.
Yeah.
Hold on, now I'm a little confused, Dave. I don't know how to play this part of this. That kind of fucked me up here a little bit.
I mean, do you think in this ad they did this on purpose? The first 18 ladies who bring or send in 2 subscriptions at 25 cents with 3-year subscriptions to Parks Floral Magazine and 10 back. Like, there's so many numbers in the sentence.
Is this a math question? Is this an actual SAT question?
It is. It's an SAT question.
They're trying to throw him for a loop.
7.
They don't teach them math yet, do they? Okay, all right. So
you can take advantage of a woman if you say more than 5 numbers.
They can't calculate beyond that. It's like
the
Y2K.
women can't multiply 3 or 4 digits.
6 numbers and they will restart.
All right, this is a letter from Wrightville, Texas.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Cookville. I mean, that's just
Super
polite.
weird.
That's just polite. When you write a letter to a town,
Hello, Cookville.
Hello, Cookville.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to write a letter to a city. Just address it just to like New Orleans.
The modern equivalent is like Republicans of Reddit. How do you feel about it? Yeah. Okay.
Dear New Orleans.
Hello,
Love
Cookville. Give me Buffalo Valley, please.
What?
He wants another place.
He wants a city?
Hello, can we have this, please?
Hello. Hello, Columbus.
There.
I'm interested in Cincinnati. Can that be hooked up?
That seems like a letter to be written when we were colonizing and just, someone just chooses a state and they're like, dear Native Americans that live there, can I send you 2 newspaper subscriptions in exchange for your land?
I'm interested in owning that, and I will. Bob.
All right. Well, Buffalo Valley is a town of what appears to be maybe 1 building.
Okay.
And Wikipedia says could be described as a ghost town.
Okay.
Whatever the plan was, it didn't work out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that guy was like, boy, it's a lot of work. What do you mean plumbing? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Apparently, people often ask, is the massacre at Buffalo Valley a true story?
Oh, shit.
That was prompted.
Well, that'll
Come and take it. The guy told us in the paper he was going to do it.
That'll make a place a ghost town.
Wait, what else did he want? What were his other Buffalo Valley demands?
Give me Buffalo Valley, please, as I read so many letters from Putnam County and no news from Buffalo Valley boys.
Oh, he
he just wants news.
That's not the implication that we thought. See, you got to read more than the first sentence of articles, people.
Agree.
This is crazy.
I don't agree. This show will not happen that way, Matt, okay?
He's doing like a riddle now. Do you know me? Of course you do. I bought a ticket on October 8th, 1892 for Fate, Texas.
For fake Texas?
Fate.
Okay, damn it. I wanted it
Do
to
you
be
not remember
fake.
me? I bought a bus ticket there 18 years ago, and I wish you told me more about your town.
1911.
This is like someone stalking a town. This is like I was inside you, town, and I would like to hear back from you.
Well, have you never been on City Tinder? It's awesome. You just keep swiping, and sometimes the city matches with you. Oh my God. It's awesome. I just matched with Dubuque.
Oh,
I'm
sure on tour you guys have the people come up to you and they're like, "Do you remember when we met? It was 10 years ago when you were in their city." And
we also get the people who are very aware and will go, "You probably don't remember this, but I gave you $1," and we're like, "I have no recollection."
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
Anyway, like a very healthy understanding. We're like, I don't remember that.
This writer is JL, or John Bain, the son of Jim Bain, has been married 8 years and have 2 children. One girl 7 years, one boy 3 years, one little boy dead, and the best
like a
wife on
family
earth.
newsletter. And by the way, that took a real weird turn.
Yeah.
Keep your dead off your update. We're good.
Is this not? Is this We're Here to Help? Are we on a different show now? Okay. So the kids gone. Yes.
My 3 younger brothers are all men now. My father is not getting rich, but has good stock and some money and lives. And this guy is.
I will trade my dad for part of your town.
This is what happens when you run across an old person that doesn't talk to people very often.
Right.
Yes.
I also have a lot of straw to do stuff with.
Also, could someone come by and help me set up my computer? I mean, it's a little early, but like that's the tone I'm getting.
If you sit in silence long enough, wood screams. Have you ever noticed that? Yeah, any building has a wood will start yelling for help.
Dude.
And I can't do much.
My best friend is this old rusty door hinge that talks to me when I open it.
They recommend a toothbrush, but your finger does it better. That's why God gave you a bunch of them.
Hey, Jimmy, it's time for your bath.
I can't take a bath. My skin rejected water. That's why all I can drink is tea. I'm sitting on the chair again.
Okay, good. Thank you for talking. Good. That's how you died, right?
I'm glad that guy's gone.
This guy was still going, though, right?
I'm glad that guy's gone. Yeah, this guy is still going.
I think this is why it's bad to be the first settler in a place, and if it's a place no one wants. Like this person has 500 acres and no one else moved in, and they're just
no
bored.
one wants it.
This is my dream. This is my dream, just to have my own Shining. Like, what happens when you experience The Shining with no one else?
So you end up being what's his name? Killdozer.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You mean a hero?
Yes. Yeah.
I have never forgotten my old school days at Denny's Seminary in Buffalo Valley, and when I refer back, I can see the dear old girls and boys that I spent my happy school days with. If God is willing, my father and I will step off at Buffalo Valley inside of 2 years. I would like to gaze upon the hills of old Tennessee once more, as I love the dear old state. Sid Anderson, do you remember the time in the gate we used to go to? Those days are past and gone. 8 years ago, I sowed my last wild oats. I settled down, for I am trying to make a living for a wife and 2 babies. John L. Bell.
Just letting you know, I'm going to be there in 2 years' time.
This whole 800-word shit is I'm coming to town. How is it over there?
In 1913, I'll be arriving. Will the hills still be there? I'd like to look at the hills.
I'm excited to have a look at the hills. Since I started planning, another boy died.
And despite your voices, this guy was like 27.
That's true.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I'm going to be there in 2 years. Is this going to be
fucking awesome?
He sounded like Dave. He's just that he looks like 27.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome. He's never making it back. Man. He's dying of typhoid or dysentery.
I don't know. What's an accent in 1911 Tennessee? Gareth, what would accent? Is that just heavy Tennessee, or is that still going to be British or something?
There's something along these lines. I'm excited to come visit. Got to be careful. I jacked off and then nailed my hand to my walking chair.
Don't.
Well, I rake leaves. Let the circle keep going. That's what I say. I'm an old 27. It's called self-stigmata.
I mean, this is another one that's just okay. So it's a bunch of little factoids. Well, this lady is sending. It's a letter from. Like she's like sending news of what's happening in Great Bend, Texas. The weather in general has been very good.
It's making
crazy.
Pen pals with a city is super weird.
From other states, too.
Yeah. There's a bunch of these.
Here's an update.
The weather in general has been very good. The wheat crop looks slim this time, but the farmers will make it up with corn. I guess some of the people around Baxter, Tennessee are wondering when they will see me again. I will visit in 3 or 4 years.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's even.
Hopefully you read this by then.
Imagine being sadder than the first letter.
Oh,
These are, it's like they're
Dude.
cheating on their own city.
Yeah.
They're just they're
can't stop
lusting
thinking
for
about
another
you.
town they might visit. Yeah.
Oh, Louisville.
Don't tell Steven I'll be there in 3 years.
Yeah.
Scarlet fever is bad at this writing. The little daughter of W.L. Gentry's is very sick with measles.
Oh my
A
God.
man named RFK Jr. said if I eat an apple, it'll cure it. And that if I work hard and lift some weights and kill a whale, I'll be fine. Please send a whale. I'm in a landlocked town.
The goal is to get a worm living in your head like that one guy from Men in Black.
You eat the apple, which has the worm in it. The worm is in your brain. Medicine.
You gotta entice the worm to get into your brain to fix it. Shut down the measles part.
Emmett Gentry went fishing the other day and caught one fish. Don't you wish you could do that well?
It's so funny to imagine the mailman showing up and being like, "Ma'am, on behalf of that city, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please stop with your
Stop
fucking
writing.
letters.
What are you doing?"
Did she just talk shit to a city and ask if that city can fish as well as
She
the
did.
guy in her town? Like, whoa, can you fish? Like my guy can fish?
Hold me
We got
back.
LeBron.
You
Like,
can't
can
even
you fish like LeBron?
Hold me back.
Great Bend seems like it has been reduced to about 100-yard long dead end street in a sad looking suburb of San Antonio.
Well, because they were all bored to death by this woman, and they fled.
Where are you going? I wanted
Died
to
of
talk to you more.
starvation while
about-
finishing this conversation.
Why is your dirt a modicum drier than the one I saw in the last town?
Ma'am, I can't talk to you anymore about this. I have to go to the coal mine. I can't get distracted.
Walk
by-
me
no, no, no.
through.
I-
Why? How come when I throw grass in the air here, it doesn't blow in the same direction as the
Let go of
last
my
time
coat.
I was in?
I'm moving. I'm going west. I'm going to go to Nevada.
Why do they
Forget
call
this.
it pigeon-toed? They don't seem to have angles that bad.
Mom, I don't care.
How come a cone has a big? How come a cone has a big dip in it? And if a tree falls, we call it a pine cone.
And then
It
just,
should be called a mini pine tree.
it's just her and a tumbleweed. That's her friend.
Nobody's left.
How come it's tumbleweed? It really is more of a rolling weed, if you ask me.
Oh, man. Tell you what, you ever hit a tumbleweed in a car, it will do some damn
Yeah, it
damage.
really does.
Is that true?
Yes, it's shocking.
Yeah. Some of them are like made of trees.
Dude,
Basically.
sometimes when I've seen them and I've been like
Fuck
fully
around,
like,
yeah.
oh shit, that's like a
Yeah.
day ender.
But when they're
Yeah,
smaller,
wow.
if I hit them, I feel like it's a power up, like in Mario,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's a coin.
Yes.
Both can be true. Both
Yes.
can be true. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a noise when you
Yeah.
hit it? It's like boop, boop, boop.
Little.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a flam. Is that the term on a snare drum? Like
No.
bah. It's that,
Yeah,
but with
sure it is
trees
now.
exploding on you. I'm pretty sure that's right. Pretty sure that's a word.
Sure.
I think it's a word.
The final thing is the peach crop is all killed, but we will have some
Shut
apples
up.
if Jack Frost doesn't come again.
Oh, Jesus
Miss
Christ.
Lily
Talk
Gentry.
like name dropping Jack Frost like it's a person. You know, Jack Frost came over and I sucked his dick.
Jesus Christ.
His carrot is awful nice when you're 69.
I'll tell you what. Be careful.
He keeps bringing me pineapple shades. I don't know why he wants me to plant these fucking things.
Not sure what he's up to. Holy shit, I just finished writing the letter and my town's gone.
So we're like halfway down the page and nothing has happened in this fucking town. We
Good
we
point.
learned about Texas and we've got
Yeah.
advertising. Like, what is happening in this town?
Very little.
Nothing.
Just
Very little.
Nothing.
all right. Now that that's settled, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go home.
No, you are home. Stay home.
Nothing.
Still in session, the 75 days of session for which pay is allowed members of the legislature. Both houses are holding daily sessions without pay, and the Democratic members propose to do so until the next General Assembly meets, unless the fugitive members return and allow business to proceed.
Wait, so Congress is in session, but they're unpaid for
yeah, it's
3 months?
the
They can't
exact opposite of
officially-
now.
They can't officially hold the session because a bunch of them have fled.
Yeah, they don't have
right.
they don't have quorum,
Right.
and they're calling
Yeah.
them fugitives,
Yes.
which is awesome. And people should do that more often, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just imagine our Congress not getting paid for a moment of time.
Oh my God.
Shocking.
In the meantime, most of the state institutions cannot draw any money nor salaries paid. Oh, so everything's fucked up.
Government freeze. Shut it down. A
pretty mess these men have made by their unwise, if not illegal, piece of politics in fleeing from the state like criminals, and on them rests all blame for present conditions.
Yeah, ran away to shut the government down. I wonder if there's a lesson to be learned from that.
Nope. What? It's a good thing we never did that again.
Yeah.
That proved to be a toothless tactic.
Yeah.
That happened all the time back then. Like, that happened all the fucking time.
Well, it took like 7 years to get a hold of somebody. I'm not surprised it didn't happen by accident.
Well, that's Musk's that's the new Musk game plan, so don't worry about that.
Have you guys ever driven a Cybertruck?
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it ridiculous? Is it
it's bad. I mean, it's mostly bad. It mostly just drives like any electric car. But it's just built so badly that you can't like get past that.
Is it true you get a hemorrhoid if you sit in the seat?
The other day I did something for the first time, which is I thumbs downed somebody in a parking lot as they were because I'm driving an orange Bentley, and so everybody's looking at me, and a guy in a Cybertruck with that dark MAGA hat, the black MAGA hat, looks over at me, and I did the slow, and for a moment I was aroused, and it was just an incredible thing because it was the confusion that I generated in this person. They were so confused because when you're in an orange Bentley, you are someone of status.
Yeah.
You're not just rich. You're like
the Sherbert
disgustingly. You're the person that person thinks they're going to be, even though they're never going to be that person. And so when you disapprove, it's like,
yeah.
And then a panel falls off their Cybertruck.
Very true. That is happening
quite easily. The wind will do that.
So great.
I
love that.
The Cybertruck it drives like a car, but it looks sort of like a tough truck, which it's not because they have a lot of problems off-roading and they have a tow hitch issue. And it's also not as good at being a normal pickup truck. So basically you have a very strange looking car that's very sharp on the outside, genuinely. And we shaved a cucumber with the inside of the door because it's sharp.
We did. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
This video is crazy.
You can make a salad from scratch with no other tools if you have a Cybertruck.
Well, that's an advantage. Not
kids' fingers off by accident.
Most cars don't have that.
That's
You
true.
should call
That
it
was
the
a selling
salad
point.
truck.
Yeah, he could have marketed it with that and not been lying, unlike everything else he said about it.
So most doors have rubber stripping, right? But our door is sharp, so you can use it as a knife if you need to. But also, it's a lot more efficient that way.
Shave a carrot.
Rocket.
Oh, it's so great.
It's really great.
I mean, one of the
had a
best
wait
videos
list.
ever is when he throws that weight at the window and it cracks. Like, it's just like, that's just Elon
glorious.
Musk. It's just him. That's him in a nutshell. None of it works.
Yeah, it's all bad. Everything about it is bad. Is really bad. Yeah.
Well, at least he's taking over all of the government's computers.
Well,
They would actually own money.
When I saw the Cybertruck, I thought, well, what if that was Social Security? So it's just good to have that.
Yes. An illusion of function is
Yeah.
actually quite bad at its job.
No, it's like it's bad at truck shit. But if someone said, hey, Grok, design me a vehicle that's optimized for running over protesters, and being very difficult to identify from any other model, any other example of this same vehicle later. What would that vehicle look like? Make the front like razor blades, please.
It is Agent Smith from The Matrix. It just multiplies itself, and it's totally unidentifiable. Like, which one is the real one? I don't know.
Yeah. No DeLorean lessons were learned when designing or building the fucking Cybertruck. None. This has all happened beat for beat. Exactly the same 40 years ago. It's exactly the same.
That's crazy.
I mean, and hopefully he has to do a cocaine deal to save his businesses.
That would be awesome.
That'd be great. If we tank the stock enough, you guys, he's going to start moving the duffel
We're getting
shuffle.
there.
It's coming, man. The 22nd is the
Yeah, I
big
was gonna
day.
say, which will be 2 days after martial law, probably.
Oh,
So-
Well, if he starts flying rockets from like Vandenberg just to Columbia and landing over there, then we're gonna know that something's up. You know? Like, I don't know
a rocket has crash landed off the coast of Colombia. Do we have more news, or is this just the rest of the show? Because I'm having
No,
fun.
it's coming.
Yeah. Guy Bohannon killed.
Oh, good.
Andy Hargett.
By Cybertruck. What?
Yeah, right. Big shot. Andy Hargett shot and killed Guy Bohannon last night about sundown. The shooting was done with a shotgun and followed a dispute about a small sum said to be due Bohannon. So the guy
Shot
owed
in the
him
back
money.
by Buford Tannen over the matter of $80. That's
Wait
what
a
I
minute.
just heard right
It's
there.
a time-traveling Cybertruck.
The tragedy occurred near the home of Hargett on the premises of his father a few miles east of Cookville. No arrests have been made. Deputy
the guy
Sheriff
that
Miller.
was
He
shot
knows who did
was
it,
owed the
and
money.
no
He shot,
arrests
yeah.
have been
The
made.
guy who owed him money shot the guy. Well, now he doesn't have to pay the money.
Oh, that's like a second mortgage. No, what's it called when you refinance?
Reverse
Yeah, it's
Reverse mortgage.
It's
It's the
refinance.
seller.
That's student loan forgiveness, essentially.
Yeah. In Ben Affleck, it's the accountant too, refinanced.
Deputy
That was the
Sheriff,
accountant,
No
right?
problem.
Ben Affleck was the accountant.
They're making
Yeah.
another one.
They are? Oh, there is an accountant
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Oh,
There's-
shit.
yeah,
like
there's-
I
it
don't
just
know-
came out. It's
I don't
coming
know
out.
anything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's called rebate.
Is it?
No.
Okay. Say, if I got that close on a random guess, like, wow, okay. Hollywood is predictable.
1099.
Deputy Sheriff Miller visited the scene of the shooting and picked up a gun wad that was covered with blood.
Yeah,
What's
I've
a
had
gun
that.
wad?
Well, sometimes I'll answer.
So,
Go ahead.
Over it's too much, and then the discharge is sort of, yeah.
Some people get
Yeah.
excited. You get
Yeah.
really excited,
Yeah.
you know, to
Yeah.
use your
A gun wad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So, if the shooting is great, you
non-joking
also-
version, it's inside of a shotgun shell.
If
It
the
comes out
shooting
when
is-
you-
If the shooting is really good, you also blow your wad.
Right. Correct.
Yes, it's definitely, yes.
Okay, so what? If something else comes out of a shotgun besides the?
If you really believe in the Second Amendment, like really, really strongly,
Yeah.
then you orgasm. But if you
Yeah.
don't orgasm when you fire your weapon, you're not a real patriot, and you should work
It's
on
called
that.
Rittenhousing.
Yeah. The NRA waives the membership fee. If you could fire a gun and
no.
come, then the NRA is like, you're in.
Yeah. If you can show us your jizz, then we'll waive this fee. But if you don't show us the jizz on the inside of your pants, that's $28.
Well,
Yeah.
some shooting ranges have the targets you're shooting at, and then they have what's called the pants target that they put right under
Yeah.
you. And if you can
Yep.
shoot,
Right.
if you can hit that one too, your
It's like a baseball park urinal, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it also has little pictures of terrorists on the inside.
Yep.
Sure.
Bingo. Yep.
Shotgun shells have a thing in them. There's like powder, and then there's the pellets, and then there's a thing of like cotton or wool
Oh,
or
right,
some kind
right,
of
right.
fabric that's called the wad, and it comes out. If it was covered in blood, like it would have come out and then landed in a pool of blood. Like it would have been like an alley-oop, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a double, like a 2-for-1.
It means the guy was close because it's funny is, you know, the
Yeah.
shell, the BBs go very far, and then the wad follows up like a tissue being thrown at somebody, or like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
handkerchief when a woman's going away on a ship, and it's like, remember me.
Dave,
That's
you know
exactly
that.
how they. That's how they describe it in a gun training class. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we call it the remember me.
Boys. Now remember.
when you take down the intruder, They go down the wad, it lands right on their schnoz, and you go, remember me.
Like a kerchief from a forlorn lover on a ship that's about to deport.
Oh, the
that's what
joke
it
really
says.
changes with a voice.
Yeah, it does. It's very uncomfortable at that point. It actually says right here, showing that the men were close together. So there you go.
Oh. Zach's analysis, forensic analysis, there is pretty good. Yeah.
Just take the glasses off. They were standing close together.
Yeah.
I just love that
coffee.
They must have been.
I just love they know who shot him. They know why. They have the whatever
Evidence.
the wad. They got all the evidence, and then they're like, no arrests. So it's.
I wonder if any parallels can be drawn to anything today.
Nope. No.
Imagine how easy though. Back then, like the person who shot him could just go to the town where that one lady lives, and he could be her new only neighbor.
That's right.
And no one would find him.
Nope.
Well, they
she,
just
like-
people like if you ever listen to a show called The Dollop, people change their name like every 6 months, and that is
the
a
best.
foolproof way to do crimes. Like
The best.
fucking crazy.
Are you Jack Honding? No, my name's Randy Hand. Well, have a good day, sir. Sorry about that.
Like they just cross out their own name on their license. They go, no. Now it's Steve Wilson. Oh,
Well, he's
all
got
right.
the paperwork. Sorry, Mr. Wilson. Have a good
Yeah.
day.
And then they would like get elected sheriff.
Just arrived. It was said that in the days of the Roman Empire that all roads led to Rome. Cookville seems to be similarly situated.
No.
What that
know
means
what?
is
We're
we
like
need a
Rome.
monorail.
We're just like Rome.
That's like one of my best buddies in Boston lives in this town called Revere, and like just fucking animals. These people, just absolute monsters. And he moved to LA, and we were like doing comedy together. And we were at the gym one day, and one guy had a sweater on that said Revere. We'd been to the gym 40 times, never seen it. And he goes up to the guy, says up, and then he comes back to me, he goes, "It's just me, or does it seem like everyone out here knows Revere?" And I was like, nobody does. Nobody knows Revere. One guy had a sweater, and you're just exploding that into a bunch of bullshit. He's like, all right, leave it be.
That's the clearest example of recency bias I've ever heard in my entire life.
It was like, everyone knows Revere. Also, the same guy one time, he said, he goes, Revere, he told me later he wanted to throw this guy out of a window. He was a buddy of ours, and he was raised in China, this buddy. And so my friend goes, Revere has the best Chinese food in the world. And my friend goes, I've eaten lo mein on the Great Wall of China. And my buddy was so red hot mad inside. He was like, how dare he?
Are you saying that China has better Chinese food than fucking Revere? Are you saying that?
Furious that he was like, so you think China's got better Chinese food than where I'm from, huh?
Nah.
In America.
You started it, Revere perfected it, all right?
And then he calls him a slur and burns down his fucking Honda Civic.
Yeah.
In fairness to the author of this particular proclamation, I-40 does go through this town now. And so technically 30 years later, the interstate system would link all roads to this town. So not wrong if we want to be
right, it is
extremely pedantic and technical. Yeah.
It's not like Rome.
I would
It's
add
very
that, Rome has
Well,
a
they have
population
cockfighting there.
Yeah, just
Rome
like
has a
Rome.
population of 2.7 million, and Cookville is 36,000. So
Very similar, though.
it is the Rome of the United States.
Very similar.
Okay. Yeah. Strangers frequently find their way to this city. The latest arrival is a young lady who made her appearance in this place Sunday morning, April 30th at 9 a.m.
Uh-oh.
She is stopping at the home of the newly elected mayor of this city, John Dow, and may be an applicant for the position of stenographer and typewriter for the new mayor. She is not inclined to be very social and will not make her debut in society for some time. those who desire to make her acquaintance can do by calling at the above home, where they
Jesus
can
Christ.
have the pleasure of an introduction to this young lady
Poor
who
woman.
weighs 10 pounds.
What the
Oh,
fuck? What
It's
the
gotta be
actual fuck just happened?
What?
What?
Wait,
It's got to be a dog. It's got to be a
Oh
dog.
my fucking god! I
Is
better
it-
be.
Wait.
Help me! Help!
Wait,
She lives
wait.
in the
Is
palm
there
of my
a
hand.
number missing, or are we talking about a dog?
I mean, it's got to be.
10-pound
Why else
woman?
would they put in their weight? It's got to be a dog.
But wait, this
Yeah.
woman was applying
This-
to be the stenographer for the mayor. Is that?
Are you
I mean,
saying
there's
there's
gotta
a
be-
dog?
situation.
A stenographer?
I think this is.
You guys did an episode about a talking dog 6 fucking days ago.
Hey,
That
that
is
was
true.
a
Not beyond
long
belief.
time ago, Matt. It was a long time ago. We have 2 shows. It's a long time ago.
I think we're seeing written proof of the first catfishing that happened in the early 1900s, and this is a guy that's like, I'm a hot lady. I'm going to apply for this job, but I'm not revealing myself to the world yet. And then he's like, what do women weigh? I weigh
He
10
has
pounds. Sure.
No clue what a woman is. How much do I weigh?
Oh, dude.
10 pounds.
Exactly.
Could this be their way
Talk
of
to me
saying
through
that?
the door. I can't open it.
No. I'm just putting the makeup all over my tits.
Just put your thing through the hole.
There we go.
Could this be that they had a baby? Is this a baby announcement?
And he's already applying for a job for the baby.
Oh,
Baby stenographer? I'll
No.
call Pixar.
Yeah, there you go.
There's like 3 things in this that don't go together.
Yeah.
Like you have to pick 2. You can't
It
actually
is a
have
riddle.
all 3.
It is
It's
a riddle.
Are you
Yeah.
sure there's not a typo or in the weight? Because it gets
I don't
fucked
think
up
so.
if
Lady
they
was a
put
little
weight, but, like,
person.
Because it all leads to there, and then I genuinely think that that's like the thing to go. Oh, it makes people go. Oh,
He was a skydiver and he forgot his parachute.
is it? I don't know. I got nothing.
It's a
I'm
dog or a
confused.
baby, but what's the difference?
It maybe is a lady's
employed
hand.
one.
It could be a lady's
It's
hand.
just the hand.
It's just a lady's hand.
It's like thing.
Yeah. I'm pitching thing.
Maybe someone's writing a letter to try to get help, like they're being held hostage, and they're using a code, but it's so convoluted that no one comes to help them.
Hi, I weigh 10 pounds. Can I work for the court?
What are you writing?
help.
Nothing. I'm not meddling with the chains at all. Just writing this letter about being 10 pounds and a stenographer. And like, and then inside, she's like, I hope. I can't write in the letter that I live at 246 Smith Street because that's too obvious and he'll kill me. So I'll just put I weigh 10 pounds and I'm a stenographer.
And if you want to date me, here's where you should call.
Yeah.
Forcefully.
I live in a
Call
dresser drawer.
forcefully.
Oh, fuck.
Queer-looking worms.
Oh, my God.
New line. Queer looking
Oh yeah.
ones. Okay.
This is
all
brand
right.
new.
Is this another bank
It would be
ad?
great if that was the next line of this story.
Another bank ad.
Queer-looking worms have accounts at 5 of our branches.
I'll tell you, I think First National is going to go under soon. They've gone too woke.
Infowars Bank. And, we have you covered.
They got a bunch of these queer-looking worms that are opening savings accounts right now. This is part of the New World Order. This is part of the global financial system to collapse right now. They got these queer-looking worms.
Whoa.
Awesome.
New Zealand, Australia, the Samoan and the Solomon Islands, as well as portions of the Hawaiian group, are the homes of various species of worms with thick, heavy bodies and with a well-defined neck. There's no neck in a worm.
Sure there is.
Is it all neck
God,
or is
sure,
there no
there's
neck?
some-
Well,
yeah.
that's fucking tree falling in the
Right.
woods shit right there, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit, Zach. That's some fucking knowledge.
Confucius says.
Yeah, it's mic drop shit.
I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to mention that at some point to someone. They're all neck, actually. Who is this guy? Oh, me? I'm new to town. I wrote a letter a couple years ago about visiting.
You don't remember? I told you I was going to be here.
I'm the guy that asked if the mountains were still here.
I just want to make sure the mountains are still here. Yeah. No, worms don't have a neck because they're only neck.
It's Schrodinger's neck.
Schrodinger's neck.
It's not a neck until you admit or you acknowledge it's all neck, and then you're like, well, now it's definitely neck.
He got neck pilled.
Liberal media wants you to think that the worm is a body, but it's a neck.
It's all neck.
It's all neck.
Oh shit!
See,
I
so
I forgot I was in the podcast for a second. I was just listening, and I was about to say, I knew what happened.
The homes of various species of worms with thick, heavy bodies and with a well-defined neck, connecting the body with a head that is startlingly reminded.
Head.
What?
Is a startling reminder of that of a monkey.
What the fuck? Who
They
is
said
this
they
guy?
are monkey
They
worms.
call it the monkey worm.
The monkey worm.
They're an invasive species. We have to get rid of them. All of them. Send them to El Salvador.
Oh my
monkey
god!
worm, huh?
Who? What? I don't even remember what the fuck. What was the headline on this psychotic?
Queer-looking worms. I mean, they
Yeah.
are right. It's a fucking crazy-looking worm.
With the face of a monkey?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a monkey worm.
worms.
Did they
Yeah,
not know what
Google
monkeys
here.
looked like back then?
That might be part of. Hopefully, that's the only issue.
Oh man, I
In
thought I
this-
found the monkey worm. It doesn't really seem to exist. But
No.
Well, we have the
I-
name
right.
here. In
Oh,
the
you do?
Sandwich Islands, they are called the Metaluki worm, which means creeper with a child's head.
God, and that might be the 10-pound lady.
Okay, I'm going to look it up.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Oh, it's a centipede.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
What a walk.
it's just a regular worm. It's not.
looks-
It's not. It's not that cool.
I guess when
It's
all
not that
worms
cool.
look so similar, any
Yeah.
tiny difference, they extrapolate it too far because they're just bored and they're just studying worms the whole time. They go, that one really looks like a face. Like, no.
What worm is that? Yeah, right.
Do you guys know how anyone came up with constellations? Like, what level of boredom and weird substance abuse leads to constellation?
Who's this guy? He's the same neckworm guy.
You see the 3 dots next to the other 5 trillion dots? Those 3 are a belt.
Yeah.
That's why that one I'm going with Little Dipper, because it's a little smaller than the bigger one. You didn't say that before. Now I did. You making this up on the spot? No.
Just like my classified ad show. What?
No, that's Matt. I can't remember. We've already
Zach,
recorded
we need to record
it.
this show.
We've already
Like,
recorded
meet
that
this-
one. We're gonna
Meet
release
this
it.
afternoon in the studio with the lawyer. Let's go.
We're gonna release it in a little bit, but we've already recorded it, and it was a good idea. So, not that it's a bad idea; it's just one of those parallel thought things. That's what Amy Schumer
Isn't
did.
the animated show premiering on Netflix soon?
Yeah.
Yes.
It looks really good. It's good.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
That was close.
Okay, the end of this is an old New Zealand legend says that at one time they were of immense proportions and threatened the extinction of all human life on the
Jesus
islands.
Christ.
The
So,
worms did?
yes.
Giant worm.
The
It's a
centipede.
huge worm, but
Yeah,
no neck.
it's a big monkey worm.
The monkey
1,000
worm.
feet. No neck.
Oh, no.
It's just the Hulk. We call it a Hulk Hogan worm. It's
The Hogan
it's
worm.
Hulkamania.
By the way,
Hulkapedia. It's
I saw that
Hulkapedia.
if you Google Hogan worm, something else comes up. Just so you know.
Oh, yes.
Yikes.
Is
Yeah.
New Zealand so like such a paradise that the only danger they ever had was like a worm? To like, that almost took out the whole island. That was
Probably
real close. Like,
Yeah.
pretty close to reality, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
They're very lucky there.
It's true. I'm saying
yeah, it's like
true.
a paradise, but I mean, it's amazing. I don't think they have all the predators and things like Australia does and all the snakes. So it's
Yeah.
just a
No, they don't
worm
have the
almost
same.
destroy
Or
the
the
entire
politics.
society. Also that.
Yeah.
Peter Dunn's coming.
think I need-
Um,
I need to know about the number of worms it would take to decimate the population. If it's one,
7.
that's far more interesting than if it's millions and millions.
It's invasive. Go ahead,
How
Dave.
great would it be, though, if there was a worm that had killed everybody on New Zealand and now it was just down there and everyone's like, I don't know how to deal with this thing.
That'd be awesome. We can't even go there.
And it was
can't.
just the worm and Peter Thiel left. And
Peter Thiel's just sucking
enjoy your
juice out
bought
of it.
citizenship, mate.
Peter Thiel's just sucking whatever juice he can out of it. Peter, no. I'm 15 again. Peter.
I could do an IV of this.
He's just putting millipedes in an IV. Peter, that's jamming up your veins pretty good there.
We could just send our national bass fishing league down there, and they'd be like, "We can fix this with just start hooking all the worms."
Just so many flaky boats and hooks. Let's go.
Yeah. It's like Dunkirk.
Exactly.
Dunkirk
tiny
with
boats.
bass boats and
For
camo.
monkey worms.
I mean, there has to be a monkey worm movie now, right?
I'm ready.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Michael Bay.
All right, let's do one last one.
Okay.
Value of the kangaroo's tail.
Oh, no. Fuck, man.
I don't like
Come
where
on.
this is going.
I
Yeah.
don't enjoy this. No.
So important is the kangaroo's tail in his rapid progress
To the kangaroo.
That experienced hunters with guns are accustomed to fire at the point where this appendage joins the body.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Why?
Shoot
You
it in the tail?
I mean, you're basically shooting it in the butt.
It's just like, this is where it's the best part of the kangaroo. Shoot it in its ass.
Yeah. That's how you take down a kangaroo. Because if they don't have their tail, they just spin in circles or they don't know
horrible.
which
They
way
just
to
keep
go.
falling over.
It's horrible.
When the tail being disabled for its office of balancing. Yeah, right. So it uses it to balance. Without a tail, it can't balance.
Yeah, we understand that it's horrible.
The animal is as effectually stopped as if hamstrung. Which is what I want to do to you. Matt just left.
Matt, he had every right to leave.
Hit elsewhere, except with a rifle bullet or at point blank range, the kangaroo is pretty likely to get off. Well, that's different.
It is different.
It's a tough
different.
animal, I guess.
When we went and looked at kangaroos the one day, Zach, we went to like this place in Australia and we were like hanging out with them. Yes, Dave the next day ate kangaroo and had did not make the connection to that being insane or anything like that.
It was tasty.
Yeah.
The nuts on these kangaroos.
Also
Fuck.
tasty.
Jesus, Dave.
But if you shoot them in the balls, apparently they're okay. You got to get the tail.
Yeah.
No, they're fine there.
You know,
Absolutely.
the locomotion does not come from the balls.
The less
If you
spoken about pouch.
If you shoot a kangaroo in the balls, it goes, oh.
Mm,
It asks for another.
yeah.
Can you try a shotgun now?
So I'm confused that these marksmen are saying, forget shooting toward the chest, the heart, like the part of the body that controls everything. Let's shoot it in the ass, and then it just stands still.
That's right. That's what they seem to be saying.
This is
You
the
stop it.
strangest science.
You stop it. Yep.
And then
But
what
why
do you do?
Yeah, why do
There's
you
not
want
really
that?
a second. Well, don't worry about that. Just disable it from the tail up. Yeah, I'm
That's
not sure what you
that's
guys
not my
are going.
department. I just shoot him
Yeah,
with the tail.
I'm sorry. I'm
Whoa.
not a big what's next kind of guy. I'm just kind of a get the tail off the fucker kind of fella. I don't know
It's
what you're
union
all worried
rules.
about.
I shoot the tail, and then the other guy comes in with the net.
Hey, I don't ask the boss questions. I just shoot the connective part.
One peculiarity of the kangaroo is that after being started up, he very rarely swerves from his course, through which peculiarity he is easily potted by the hunters, who conceal themselves while a man on horseback drives the herd toward them. First of all, are there herds of kangaroos?
I don't believe
good question.
so. To be honest, I
I
doubt
don't
it.
think so.
I don't
And
think
also,
so
I'm
either.
pretty
They don't
sure
seem
they can turn.
No. They're like a pool cleaning vacuum.
A group of kangaroos is known as a mob, a troop, or a court.
There you go. A mob is better.
Well, shit.
That's it. That's the story.
Well, there you go. There it is. Matt, it's a shame Matt's not here to close it out with us. He's a great guy, but
He's
he
rude.
definitely
He's
he likes
rude.
to leave on a high note. He's always said
Yeah,
that.
he's back. He knows his
He's trying
entrance.
to get back. He's not though, is he? Look at him. Look at him trying.
Matt, hey, we're done.
It all went wrong. It all went wrong. I don't know what happened, but it all went wrong.
Well, don't worry. We really figured
Sorry.
out some stuff at the end as far as how to disable a kangaroo for no
You did.
reason.
Oh,
Yeah,
let me guess.
yeah,
You
we
shoot
did.
it where its tail meets its body. Is that what I
Holy
understand?
shit! I knew I liked you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Matt, Zach, the smoking tire. We will come back on for a 2-person episode. You've got Jay Leno. It really is. You guys really have quite a life of cars, and
You do.
you're awesome. You're a great Benihana chef, and people should just go watch, listen to the Smoking Tire. Where's the best place to find that? And you guys.
You can get it download the Smoking Tire podcast with any player that you use to get podcasts, or you can get it on youtube.com/the Smoking Tire podcast. We also have our original car review channel where we put up a new video every week, which is just youtube/the Smoking Tire without the word podcast, and the Smoking Tire on Instagram. And Zach is the real Zach Clapman on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you guys. I want to say that we've both been huge fans for like a decade. So this is it's a great honor and also very surreal.
Well, it's I'm sure it seems very human now that it's happened and we're all just sitting in our homes.
And just go ahead and shoot the money to Venmo.
Sure.
Yeah,
Do
you
Cash
got
App.
it. Sure.
Do Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App. Yeah.
Thank you,
When is that
Matt.
video
Thank you,
coming
Zach.
out, though? Gareth,
I don't
when is
know. I don't know if
Benihana video.
I don't know. I will get. Listen, I'm going to crack a lot of skulls and get to the bottom of it. But what I will also say is we keep talking about doing it again, so we should do it again soon.
Yeah.
The hibachi is ready.
It's
Anytime.
crazy.
Oh,
You have the
yeah.
best house. Anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much. See you
you.
later.
Awesome.